Okay, dear candidates, I salute all of you at home there. Here we have our corrections for our previous activity. So this is the correction for activity question number 1. You should have come up with the n is equals to 30 degrees. And then number 2, formulating equation as we are supposed to form it to give you this equation, compare with yours there. And my main area of emphasis is here. Negative 10 and negative 40 degrees, you discover that the signs are the same. So you write a similar sign and you add the numbers, resulting into negative 50 degrees. Collect your like terms, and that gives you 5y after collect like terms equals to 140 degrees. And then from there, you have 5y is equals to 140 degrees. Divide here by 5, even here by 5 is 2, 44, 8. The value of y is 28 degrees. Now, after getting the value of y as 28 degrees, we shall therefore need to substitute into each angle, such that we get the values of those angles, 46 degrees and 44 degrees respectively. Number 3, the same thing, the area of emphasis after forming your equation should be here. When you look at this, the first number 40 degrees has a negative, and the second number 10 degrees has a positive, meaning the signs are different in this case. So in this case, we expect you to write the sign which is attached to the big number, and in this case the bigger number is 40 degrees, so that's why we have a negative. Then to get the value in front of it, you subtract the big one minus the small one to give you negative 30 degrees. Collect like terms, simplify, get x is equals to 40 degrees, and then you substitute into each angle. Our first angle is this one, the second angle is this one. Substitute, you will get 40 degrees, and then into this one you get 50 degrees. Then from there, identify the angle which is the smallest of the two. So in this case it will be 40 degrees, which is the smallest angle. Thank you very much for listening for those corrections. Now, we'd like to look at our lesson of today. Welcome back, boys and girls. In today's lesson, we would like to look at more about complementary angles. More about complementary angles. Now, without wasting time, we would like to first of all look at one of the main prepositions used in our questions here, and that is one. And these are the points of emphasis that we need to adhere to. When we see this preposition in a statement, is, it means it means equal to. Then the other thing you should note in this lesson, we shall also require you to tabulate your information. put your information in a table. The third thing you should note here is that for the unknowns, you represent them using a letter of your choice. So these are the few points we have to follow. One, we are saying the preposition is means equal to. And then two, we are saying tabulate the information. So in other words here, we shall be using, in this lesson, we shall be using tables. And then three, in case of something which is not given, we shall represent using a letter. Let's look at our examples. Our first example is we shall read the example as what angle is a fifth of its complement? What angle is a fifth of its complement? And here we have the preposition that we earlier on mentioned, is. What angle is a fifth of its complement? Now, in answering a question of this nature, we do not know the angle. So for that case, we shall let the angle be a letter of your choice. In this case, I'm saying let the angle be K. Now, after you have represented your angle, which was not known by letter K, you will therefore draw a table. Our table will be drawn like that, and in this table, the first part here, we don't write anything. Here we write the word angle. We write the word angle, and then here we write the word complement. Meaning, if the angle is written here, then in this part we shall write the complement of that angle. Now, the first part here and in this place, we shall not write anything here. So for that reason, we shall expect you to shade off these two parts. This shading means there is nothing we are going to write here in the two parts. Such that at the moment, our table is angle complement. But earlier on we say, let the angle be K. So under the word angle, we shall write in K. Now, if the angle is K, then the complement of this angle called K will be sum of complementary angles minus the given angle, which in this case will be K. So you will have 90 degrees minus K. And this being an expression, it's important that we put it into brackets. So at this level, we have our angle being K, and then the complement of that angle K is into brackets 90 degrees minus K. After you're finished with this stage, you will now come to the last part here of our table. In this part, in this space, you write the word say. After you've written the word say, under our angle, under the word angle, maintain the angle as K. So here it remains constant. Now, this side where there is a complement, we introduce the fraction of, because they're saying which angle, what angle is a fifth of. There is a preposition of multiplication there. Therefore, a fifth is multiplied with the complement. That's why we say 1 out of 5 into brackets 90 degrees minus K. That means this is the same as, it can also be read as a fifth of the complement, which complement is 90 degrees minus K. And the emphasis here are the brackets. Now when you reach this step of our table where we have K and the angle, and then where we have complement, a fifth into brackets 90 degrees minus K, the two parts become equal. The two parts now become equal. So since the two parts are equal, these two parts, K is equal to a fifth into brackets 90 degrees minus K. So we shall now form our equation as K is equals to a fifth into brackets 90 degrees minus K. Now since K has no denominator and we can see there is a fraction here, it's important that we also give it a denominator 1. And then from there we identify the LCM of 1 and 5, which LCM will be equal to 5. Since LCM is 5, we shall multiply all terms of this equation by 5. So this is 5 times K out of 1 is equals to 5 times 1 out of 5 into brackets 90 degrees minus K. Division by cancellation. I expect you to divide 5 by 5, 1. Again, also 5 by 5 is 1. This will give us the next step as 5K is equals to 1 times 1 will give you 1 into brackets 90 degrees minus K. So this is the same as 5K is equals to 1 times 90 degrees will give you 90 degrees. And then 1 times minus K will give you minus K. In this step, we formulate an equation, a simple equation that we need to collect like terms. And when collecting these like terms, we have to introduce the opposite of negative K, or the additive inverse of negative K. So this is 5K plus K is equals to 90 degrees minus K plus K. In this case, minus K plus K is 0. And then 5K plus K is 6K. Is equals to, the other side we shall be remaining with only 90 degrees. And then, dear candidates, when we reach here, we have to divide by the coefficient. So 6K out of 6 is equals to 90 degrees divided by 6. By 6, 1, by 6, 1. Here, 1 on 9, you get 1, remainder 3. 30 divided by 6 is 5. K is equals to 15 degrees. Now when we reach there, it means we have managed to get the value of k from the equation we formed, which equation we formed according to the table using the step of say. So the question is what angle? And here we said let the angle be k. And we've got the value of k as 15 degrees. Therefore, we shall conclude by saying the angle is 15 degrees. And that is where our first example will end. And then after this example, there is need for us to look at the second example such that we can see a fraction whose numerator is not 1. So boys and girls, let's look at the example 2, which is here. It reads as, what angle is 2/7 of its complement? What angle is 2/7 of its complement? Again here we have two prepositions, one for equals and then the other one is for multiplication. So in this one still we follow what we did in example 1. We shall start by letting the angle be a certain letter. Let the angle B may be letter Y. Immediately after letting the angle being a letter, I expect you to do what? To draw your table. Just the way we drew the table in example 1. It will be a similar table. Our table must have 3 columns and 3 rows. In the first column, the first 2 parts, we shade them off. And that shading is a representation that we don't write anything in them. And then here, what do we write here? We shall write the word in angle. Here we shall have the word in complement. And we follow the same procedure that we used still in example 1. Our angle, we say let the angle be y. So under angle, we write the letter y, which represents our angle. The complement of y will be 90 degrees minus y. But you need to have it into brackets, being an expression. Then from here, you go to the step of saying. Under say, under the word angle, you maintain the angle as it is. Why? There we do nothing. We just copy the same angle that we have, the same letter. But here, the fraction which is to be multiplied according to this preposition with the complement will be introduced before the complement. So that's why we say 2 out of 7 into 90 degrees minus y. So by the time you reach here, you've made a table of interpretation, and this is very good for us if we can afford to make it that way. Now at this step of say, it now means this angle, which is y, is equal to the complement. And that is where we have the basis of formulating our equation as y is equals to 2 out of 7 into 90 degrees minus y. So when you're forming equation, you use this step of sec to form the equation, making the angle and the complement equal. So that we say the angle is 27 of the complement. The angle is 27 of the complement. Y, which is the angle, is equal to 27 into brackets 90 degrees minus y. Again, we shall give this a denominator 1. LCM of 1 and 7 class will be 7, correct? So we multiply all parts of this equation using that LCM, meaning you have 7 times y out of 1 is equals to 7 times 2 out of 7, 90 degrees minus y. So our next step will be 7, which is the LCM, times y out of 1 is equals to 7 times 2 out of 7 into brackets 90 degrees minus y. Divide by cancellation here by 7 1 by 7 1. So this is 7 y. In the next step, in this case we have 1 times 2. 1 times 2 will give you 2 into brackets 90 degrees minus y. 7 y is equals to 2 into brackets 90 degrees minus y. And this bracket we have to open it such that you have 7y is equals to 2 times 90 degrees will give you 2 times 90 degrees will give us 180 degrees minus 2 times y will give us 2y. What the opposite, the additive inverse of negative 2y is positive 2y. So we use that additive inverse to collect like in terms, which would be 7y plus 2y is equals to 180 degrees minus 2y plus 2y. In this step, therefore, when we are introducing the additive inverse, we realize negative 2y plus 2y is 0, meaning on the left of our equal sign, we shall have 9y is equals to 180 degrees. In the next step, we shall divide by 9 on both sides of the equation. By 9, this will be 1. Also by 9, this is 1. 9 divided by 9, 1. 18 divided by 9 is 2. 0 divided by 9 is 0. So this is y is equals to 20 degrees. And then we shall give a conclusion as the angle is 20 degrees. So when you're asked what angle is 2/7 of its complement, this is how you're working with the flow until you get the value of y being 20 degrees and conclude that the angle is 20 degrees. Okay, let's look at our last example. We read it as what angle is 4 times its complement? What angle is 4 times its complement? In this case, the angle is not known. For that matter, we shall let the angle be x. After saying let the angle be x, you form your equation. sorry, you draw your table of interpretation. As you all remember, this is how we draw our equation, our table. The first two parts we agreed we shade them away. This is angle, this part complement. Our angle is x, therefore the complement will be in brackets 90 degrees minus x. In this step of say, angle, you maintain it as x, and the complement will be multiplied by 4. So we shall say 4 into brackets 90 degrees minus x. Again from here, we shall discover that the angle and the complement are now made what? Equal. So we shall, it's the same as saying x is equals to 4 into brackets 90 degrees minus x. Using that, we form our equation. X is equals to 4 into 90 degrees minus x. The next step, we are going to remove brackets. So we have x is equals to 4 times 90 degrees. If you have some vertical multiplication, 4 times 0, 0, 4 times 9, 36. So we shall have 360 degrees minus 4 times minus x will be minus 4x. The additive inverse of minus 4x is plus 4x. That will be introduced on both sides of the equation. X plus 4x is equals to 360 degrees minus 4x plus 4x. That's how we shall collect our like terms, whereby we will have x plus 4x giving you 5x. The other side, minus 4x plus 4x is 0, so this is 360 degrees. In the next step, we shall divide by 5, even here by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is also 1 here. 36 divided by 5 is 7. Because 7 times 5 is 35. So the remainder is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Meaning the value of x will give you 72 degrees. And then you conclude by saying, we shall now conclude after getting the value of x being 72 degrees as the angle is 72 degrees. So boys and girls, that is how you deal with more about complementary angles. So you expect any of those questions in our activity and also in other assignments and exams. So let's look at our activity. Remember, I expect all of you to attempt this activity I'm giving you. We have our question number 1 says, what angle is a quarter of its complement? What angle Number 2, what angle is an eighth? Of its complement. Question 3. What angle is 2/3 of its complement? What angle is 2/3 of its complement? And our question 3 has 2 parts. A is that one, and B, it says find its complement. Our question 4 is find the angle that is twice its complement. Lastly, what angle is 8 times its complement? So boys and girls, this is the end of our activity. I wish you well at home. Remember to wash your hands with soap and stay safe. Bye bye.